in, go in, go in, go in, go in, man, go in.
Joining me on Wise Guys is Lakota East senior running back Ryder Hooks and Tank, CEO of StarPower Sports. What's up, Tank? Ryder?
What's up, man?
Pretty good.
Appreciate you for having us.
Appreciate y'all for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's start off with you, Tank. You are a sports agent for high school and collegiate athletes. You are the CEO of StarPower Sports. What made you want to start StarPower Sports and become a sports agent for athletes such as Ryder and others?
Just giving kids the opportunity to be represented in the right way. You know what I mean? Over the years, I had a few guys that I was able to send to different ages. It didn't work out, so it was like, if it's gonna get done, I need to be the one to do it, so to speak. You know what I mean? So yeah. For sure. How long has StarPower Sports been a sports agency, and why the name StarPower Sports? Every kid gotta have some star power in them. You know what I mean? Like, in order to get to the next level, only reason you're gonna get looked at is if you got some star power in you. So I just felt like, Star Power was a great name. Just growing up, just being able to know, like, just watching TV as a fan, you're gonna attract to the kid, to the player with the most star power. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
whether it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James,
For sure.
you want to be that kid. I mean, you want to be that player with the most star power. So
Absolutely. For sure. So what does being a sports agent do for you personally, Tank? Like, what type of fulfillment does it provide for you as a person?
Honestly, it's my dream job. I'll never work again. Just getting a chance to represent great kids like Ryder and, the rest of the kids that's in college, man, they just fulfill everything. Just being able to go out there and see them reach their highest potential, reach their dreams of playing college football and professionally, as well. So it's just, for me personally, it's just like the ultimate fulfillment. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do nothing else in the world. I'm really, I feel like I'm behind. You know what I mean?
You feel like you're behind?
I feel like I'm behind because I should have been doing it.
Should have been tapped into this.
Definitely.
Like, you feel like you'd have found your niche. Like, this is what's for you.
I got great relationships. Like a lot of just being around agents with my personal friends that I had. Just them being in the NFL. Xavier Rhodes, Shady McCoy, Pac-Man Jones. Just being around them and see how the agents treated them. And it was just like, I was always there, but I just never took advantage of, just the relationship. So
Right.
it was just always at my disposal. So being able to reach out and make sure that I can make a difference by giving these kids what they had.
Right. And the important part for you is obviously because you care. You want to show that you actually
definitely.
care about the kids and stuff like that. So that's definitely important for sure. Because a lot of times these agents, like, they just be about the business.
Yeah.
It's just straight business.
And I always tell them it's fit over finance. You know what I mean? It's always about, this is not a transactional relationship. You know what I mean? So, of course, we want to get you as much income and financial support as possible, like later on down the line. But, let's develop a relationship for us. Like,
Facts.
And I think that's what separates me is, like, a lot of these kids that I've been dealing with them since youth football. So the trust is always there.
You saw them grow up too.
Yeah, so I'm grow up, and even if they weren't in my program, I got a chance to, like, see them develop over the years and
Absolutely.
turn into the person that they are.
Absolutely, for sure. Now to you, Ryder. Last season, offensively, you rushed for 2,032 yards, 19 touchdowns, and you also had 2,850 all-purpose yards. Defensively, you had 38 tackles, 3 interceptions, 5 forced fumbles, 12 pass breakups with 2 defensive touchdowns. So how do you feel, Ryder, about your season as an individual player?
I just thought it was a good opportunity, my senior year. My junior year, I think I went pretty crazy, but for me, I just really wanted to dominate. And so, like, in the off season, for me, it was just me and my pops just really honing in on, like, the small details. It's, like, really going to take me to that next level. And so, like, this year when I was playing, I really felt like all the work that I put in, like, it really felt like I was playing with, like, kids, Like, I really felt the difference, like, of me on the field. So, just, like, it was good to see all that hard work, like, come to flourish,
Absolutely, for sure. Like, the game kind of slowed down.
Yeah, like, because even my sophomore year, like, it would be games where, like, it would be teams we play, and I'm like, dang, these dudes big. But, like, whenever we out there, like, this past season, it was just always, like, I know what I'm going to do. Like, ain't nothing they going to do going to stop me from having 200 yards a night. So just, like stuff like that, I just think, like, me maturing, too, also, just, like, you know, everybody look big when you're young. Like we was just talking about that, but
For sure.
you know what I mean. But size don't matter. When I think I'm just as good as them. So you know what I mean. Like that don't matter to me. I think I'm in my head. Like humbly, I'm better than everybody.
Absolutely. Now, did you play varsity as a sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I transferred to Lakota East my sophomore year. John Kitna, he came to Lakota East, and him and my dad, they knew each other. So me, him, and my dad, we just built a relationship from the ground up. You know what I mean. So from when I got there and from now, it's just like he's like another father figure to me because it's just how much he's been there for me in like situations and stuff like that. But just when I got there, it was completely different. I was at a smaller school. I was at Lebanon my freshman year,
Okay.
and then I went to Lakota East. So just that sophomore year experience really helped me develop. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times dudes go to like a big school and you don't play till your junior or senior year. So I think that gave me like a really good edge to get out there on the field. And playing in the GMC, a really tough conference in Ohio, you know what I mean? So just playing against the best players just helps you elevate your game.
Now, you play both ways, offense and defense.
Yeah.
So which side of the ball do you feel you perform your best this season?
I'd say running back, of course, just because like the stats are going to say that. But I really enjoy playing defense. Like I feel like me being an offensive player primarily really helped me like on the defensive side. You know what I mean? Like receivers coming at me, I know which way they're breaking because you wouldn't seam a route to break in. You know what I mean? Stuff like that just like really helped me notice, and that's why I had so many pass breakups and stuff. And like I had 2 pick sixes, but just because like I'm reading the quarterback's eyes, but I know what he's thinking just because I'm in the backfield with him too. So it just really helped me.
Absolutely. So playing both offense as well, you kind of already it's your instincts.
Yeah, it just really elevated me on the defensive side. And I like Tank said, he's known my dad since we were playing Pee Wee football, just because I was in the city playing football. And like I said, best competition, like who you play is going to elevate your game to the way you play. So
Absolutely.
Just stuff like that, and just working on my craft and on defense just really helped me in like the grand scheme of things.
For sure. Now this past year, Lakota East finished the regular season 8-4, 6-3 in the Greater Miami Conference, and y'all got beat in the playoffs by St. X. But how do you feel about what y'all were able to do as a team overall this past season?
Just this year, and since I got to Lakota, really, it just shows how good of a coach John Kitna is. You know what I mean? Just how he completely turned the program around. Like I remember before we got there, like it would be crazy if Lakota East went to the playoffs, but we went to the playoffs every year I was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like I remember my freshman year when I wasn't at Lakota East, like they played Princeton and got beat by 70. You know what I mean? And just like stuff like that, like laughing stock of the GMC. You know what I mean? Like people just like making fun of like. I remember when I first got there and my sophomore year, worst the first, and that we literally had WTF on our sleeve, like worst the first, and he was like, if somebody asks, don't even, we had that, and he was like, if somebody asks, don't even tell them what it means, just keep it between us. But it was just, even in my sophomore year when we first got there, people like, oh yeah, like I was like, we're gonna go to the playoffs this year, and like people would literally laugh in your face, and it's just like funny, like to see that and like just see a whole school like surround a football team, like, you know what I mean? I just think it changed our whole school's like mentality completely, like, and actually gave people like something to go to, you know what I mean? All of our home games were packed out. Our Lakota West game this year, sold out crowd. They were gonna move it to Cincinnati just because how many people were trying to go there. So it was just like stuff like that, seeing like the community get behind the football team, you know what I mean? Like making it a football school, you know what I mean? Instead of just like a laughing joke.
Now y'all beat Lakota West.
Yeah.
How intense is that rivalry between Lakota East and Lakota West?
Yeah, I mean it's like before I got there, I didn't think anything of it, but it really like when you at the school, you really feel it. You know what I mean? Like it feels like Ohio State versus Michigan. Like people in the hallways, like everything like that. And like I said, my sophomore year, they were like, "You guys can never beat West." Like, I mean, like literally people in our building, like. Even this past season, like people in my school were telling me, like, "Yeah, you guys, there's no chance you win," and I'm just like, "That's crazy." You at my school telling me we not going.
Y'all doubting us.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just like it's cool to see like that, like giant fall, like as they say. You know what I mean? Like Lakota East never beats Lakota West in football, but you know what I mean? Just like the hard work that my class and the class before me put in. You know what I mean? Because your juniors are only going to be as good as your seniors because like they're going to elevate your team.
Absolutely.
So it's just like. The senior class last year, they put on for, like, they set the standard, you know what I mean? And my class, we really elevated it, and I think that's what brought us over the edge to, like, beat Lakota West.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about John Kitna. Obviously, John Kitna was the former Bengals quarterback.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's like to play for a coach who was a former player in the league like a John Kitna. Like, talk about that.
Yeah, like if you think like a mad scientist that has like a optical on every detail, like everything you do, like it's literally like that. Like if you're a yard off, like a centimeter off from like a hash mark, like he'll stop the whole practice and make us restart practice.
Yeah.
Just like it literally feels like we're on an NFL team, like Hard Knocks. Like and just the way like, and he's not gonna change for anybody. You know what I mean? Like parents like emailing in, they're like we're gonna go to the school about this. Like he's like, I literally don't care. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, and like him not wavering is what like changed our school's football team like around completely.
He trusts his process.
Yeah, exactly.
And he changed the culture.
Yeah.
100%. You know what I mean? Like, because when we first got there, like the weight room, like people didn't even know how to hang clean. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like before he got there, and like literally brick by brick, he built the whole thing. And like now, like people trying to transfer to our school, stuff like that. And like before, like you would never think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just seeing how he elevated the program and just showing you how much the little things matter. You know what I mean? If you're a step off the ball when you're supposed to be on the ball, you're going to be a step away from the ball when it's in the air. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I would see dudes miss a catch, and he would be like, and replay it on film, and he's like, it's because you're a yard off. And he's literally a yard away from the football.
Details.
Small details.
The stuff that don't nobody need to think about.
Yeah, and that's what comes from like NFL experience and playing at the highest level. You know what I mean? You're going to be a stickler for the things that really matter the most.
Absolutely. Wise Guy Sports sitting in with Lakota East senior running back Ryder Hooks and Tank, CEO of StarPower Sports. So Ryder, being a star player at Lakota East in that locker room, how did it feel to be viewed as a player who was considered a leader? Do you embrace taking on that responsibility of being a leader, and how does it make you better as an individual player?
I think it just helped me like really better myself. You know what I mean? Because like if I know people are looking up to me and like people in my community are looking up to me, like I gotta always be putting on for like what they want to look up to. You know what I mean? Like I can't be putting in the work like 3 days a week, like, and when I'm putting on the image like I work out every day. You know what I mean? Like it's not, I'm not faking nothing. You know what I mean? What I say I do is what I do, and like what people think I do 10 times more. You know what I mean? Nobody know the three a day workouts that my dad had me doing. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like what's done in the dark gonna come to light when it's time to do it. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, and just seeing like after that West game, like I told you, man, like just people coming up to me asking for pictures, like that's just like the best feeling in the world. You know what I mean? Just like, because I remember when I looked up to some people, you know what I mean, and I was always thinking like, dang, bro, like I want the opportunity for people to look up to me, and it was just like really cool to be able to experience that.
Who were I'm sorry,
Go ahead, Tank, you
who were some of the, like, you know, initially, who were some of the guys that you did look up to, like,
No, my brother.
Backs around the area?
Yeah, well, my brother, he played at Fenwick, you know what I mean, so watching him play, but, you know what I mean, Corey Kiner, he was a dog, Maya Williams, like, dudes like that, you know what I mean, and even Trey, you know what I mean, like, I was a freshman, and he was at Wynwood.
Trey Cornish?
Yeah, he was at Wynwood's going crazy. And I was just like, how does a dude even rush for 2,000 yards in a season? You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And that just seemed unfathomable.
Crazy season.
Yeah, and it just seemed unfathomable for me when I was that young. And, like, even up until my senior year, like, I just didn't think it could be done. You know what I mean? Because, like, my sophomore year, I think I had, like, 1,300 yards. In my junior year, like, I thought I went crazy, and I still only had, like, 1,600 yards. So, like, for me to really get to that next level, I was like, what do I have to do to, like, be that good? You know what I mean? And I was thinking that my junior year, too. And, like, just all that work, you know what I mean? And when I hit 2,000 yards, I was like, wow, like, it really, like, paid off, like, everything that we've been working for, you know what I mean? Like, me and my dad, like, I remember he would tell me my freshman year when I was literally 5 foot tall, like, he would be like, bruh, just trust the process, like, it's gonna come to fruit, like, you gonna labor to fruit, bruh, just trust the process. And I just kept my head down, you know what I mean? And just keep grinding, and it just paid off, you know? And it's just such a good feeling to, like, see all the hard work you put in come to life.
Absolutely, because 2,000 yards is another level.
Man, that's crazy.
Because it's like, as a running back, like 1,000, like it's a given. Like, I'm gonna get 1,000. Like, but 2,000, that's another level.
That's 2 seasons in one.
Two seasons in one.
That's like an elite class. That's what I'm saying. Like Corey Kiner rushed for 2,000. Like Trey Cornish rushed. Like you can't name a lot of people that rush for 2,000 yards in a big conference.
Absolutely.
Not in the GMC. That's insane in the GMC. You know what I mean? Like Mayan did it. He was in he was independent. No, he was actually independent. We wasn't in the league at the time.
Yeah.
But Corey, he was in a
ECC.
Yeah, no, Corey was in a
no, that's Trey. Trey was in the ECC.
What's that? What's the Roger?
Roger Bacon, GCL.
The GCL South or North or something like that. But anyway, just to have that type of them stats is insane.
Nah, it is.
Like with Ryder, man, one thing that sticks out is his work ethic. Like you'll never see another kid like in this type of situation that he's in with this type of work ethic. You know what I mean? So he's really college ready right now. Like
absolutely.
like with him just going into these, like we was just actually on the way here, we was talking, and I'm telling him, like, once you actually get there, your work ethic is gonna separate you from a lot of people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And just, once you get there, just take on embrace being patient. You know, because your time is gonna come. Don't try to force the issue, and but it's gonna fall in your lap. You're gonna be surprised when the world watching and they like where this kid come from. We already know what you're putting in and what's inside of you and still. So
absolutely. Let me ask you this, Ryder. Kind of a two-part question. What is your leadership style like? Because I think that being a leader, and you got different types of leaders. Everybody got different types of leadership. Like from a basketball standpoint, we know MJ was a different leader than LeBron. They both different. Because some players you can come at aggressively, like, hey man, I need you to do this, get on that, da 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 da. And some players you gotta kind of pull to the side, talk to, hey bro, this is what I need from you. Da, da, da. What kind of leadership style do you feel like you have, and what best fit your specific Lakota team?
Yeah, for me, really, it was just relationships I had. You know what I mean? I knew certain dudes I was gonna have to count on in big moments. You know what I mean? Because I can't do everything. You know what I mean? I'm only one person. But the dudes that I knew these are the guys on our team that we gonna need to make the big plays are always the ones that I just stay close with. You know what I mean? But just guys, and you always think oh yeah, our starting 11 we're nasty, but when you get in the playoffs and you make it runs and you playing 14 games in a season, you gonna need dudes off the bench. So a lot of guys neglect players that aren't on the starters and stuff like that. But dudes that you think aren't gonna do anything are the ones that you need you're gonna need the most. You
Especially in football.
Yeah, 100%. Because anybody can go down at any time, at any play. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that, and just build a relationship with young guys. You know what I mean? Because it's easy for you to be yeah, shut up, you're a freshman, you know what I mean? But I remember when I was a freshman and dudes hated on me just because I wanted to get after it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, they would say I had an ego and stuff like that, and I'm I never want to be a dude to shun somebody and make them be oh bro, they're too cool for me type stuff. So I just try to build relationships with everybody on my team and just be cool with my players.
Absolutely. Now you chose Eastern Kentucky University, but you had offers from other schools like Miami, Toledo, Eastern Michigan, Kent State, Rhode Island, Tarleton State, and Bowling Green. But you chose Eastern Kentucky University. Why EKU?
For me, it just felt like home. You know what I mean? It wasn't you come down here and visit, and then we'll get back to you and stuff like that. They made it known that they wanted me there. You know what I mean? So that just meant a lot for me because in college now it's just so wishy-washy and you don't even know if that coach gonna be there the next day just because everybody getting a new job, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And there were a lot of coaches I had great relationships with, but I would open my phone on Twitter and they just got a SEC job, you know what I mean, but you never know when that's gonna happen. So it's just EKU has just been a stable program, you know what I mean, and the coaches have been there for a long time, so and the relationships I had with them was just really good. And Coach Richmond, he came to my school and I just really enjoyed my conversations with him. Coach Egan, all the recruiting guys, everybody there, you know what I mean? Just, they really made it easy for me to make my decision. So I was really grateful for that.
What is something that you want to improve upon on your game before your freshman season at EKU next year? If you had to pinpoint something specific or a specific area of your game that you want to improve, what would that be?
For me, just because my junior year, when I would show coaches my tape, they would always be you got to get more explosive. You got to get more explosive. You got to finish these runs. These got to be touchdowns. You know what I mean? But the level of football is only going to keep accelerating. You know what I mean? It's only going to get higher. So I just got to keep raising the bar. So I just want to get more explosive, more fast. Because when I'm at college, I could be playing 6 year. These are grown men. So you know what I mean? Everybody gonna be fast. Everybody gonna be strong. And in college, everybody was the best player at their high school. So nothing you did in high school means anything. So I just want to keep my head down, man, and just get stronger and faster, really.
Absolutely. And obviously, you're a running back, and Kenneth Walker won Super Bowl MVP for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
In the NFL, we got elite running backs like Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs. Is there a specific back in the NFL that you kind of study and kind of look at I kind of see myself in him, in their particular game? Is there a running back that you like?
Saquon Barkley, man. For
Okay,
sure.
Saquon. Okay.
Yeah, I be watching. I was watching that. He's the reason I'm a Penn State fan. Actually, I was watching him. I was in middle school, I think it was his freshman year at Penn State, and I saw him play. And ever since then, I just been a fan of his game because he played just how I do, and he can catch out the backfield.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs, he plays similar to me. Like I feel like he a versatile running back. Same thing with Christian McCaffrey, like you said. Like,
Absolutely.
all guys that are like kind of like scat backs, you know what I mean? Because I mean, it doesn't take much to just be able to run straight downhill. You know what I mean? If you got, but like. If you can run routes and just the more versatile you are, I feel like the better you are for any program up to the NFL. Because
it's a passing league.
Yeah, it's a passing league. If they can put you in the slot and flex you out, then you're just as good as a receiver, but you can be in the backfield too. So.
And it's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Because those linebackers can't guard.
Exactly. But they're always going to be guarded.
Exactly. Like those running backs got too much speed for those linebackers. Some of them linebackers can keep up though. Some of them can definitely keep up. Saquon had a down year though.
Yeah, he did.
You think he had a down year?
He had a compared to the Super Bowl year.
I don't think he's going to have an MVP season now. Every year.
When you part of the game plan, week in and week out, it's kind of tough to
It is.
You know what I mean?
It really is.
When the whole defense is centered to, stop you.
You're the number one guy on their board the whole week.
And then, the quarterback situation was with the scripted. I'll talk about that later. That's another situation. But, that kind of, that affected his play as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. So now, obviously, let's talk a little bit NFL and talk about the Super Bowl, Ryder. And Tank, too, you can chime in. Okay. Obviously, the Seahawks beat the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. And Kenneth Walker took home Super Bowl MVP. Seahawks won their second Super Bowl in franchise history, I believe. So what was y'all thoughts on the Seahawks win over the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
So I'm 0-2 against Ryder this week.
Oh, you were?
In 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because I went to the boxing match.
Wait, you picked the Patriots?
Can I finish?
Okay.
Hey. So I went to the boxing match last week when Shakur fought Tiafimo.
Yeah.
So I picked Tiafimo.
Sure.
So I'm 1-1 against Ryder. And then I picked the Patriots as well this week. So I'm 0-2 against Ryder.
0-2.
Yeah, man.
Yo, down.
Yeah. I could have told you both of those.
But now listen, on a more serious note, so I'm one of my close friends is Shady McCoy, and we putting together a running back retreat this spring.
Okay.
And I wasn't gonna tell Ryder this, but I definitely told his dad. Saquon Barkley will be one of the special guests at the retreat. So
that's what's
I'm
up.
gonna have him come down.
Yeah,
that's not that's not because I lost neither though. It's just like
that's what's up, man.
So I told Lee what was going on.
Let's go.
Actually, Lee was on the phone with me with Shady, and we actually tried to call Ryder with Saquon and Shady on the phone, but he wasn't at home. And
okay.
He was like a couple minutes away.
So like a FaceTime.
You wasn't gonna tell me that though? Come on, man.
we was waiting on you, but he wasn't at home.
Yeah.
So by the time me and Shady was like on the phone with him, he was like, yeah. So, but
What's your thoughts on the Super Bowl, Ryder?
I thought it was a good game. Everybody's saying it was a bad game, but I thought it was a good defensive game. If the Patriots went on, Christian Gonzalez would have won the MVP, but I thought it was
facts. He was balling.
Yeah, it went crazy. If you get 5 one-on-one attempts at you and you don't get one caught, that's an MVP level game. You know what I mean?
I went back and I watched though, and I'm like, what could they done different? I really didn't see.
They in a box.
I really couldn't
Patriots.
see. Yeah. Like, what could they? I'm watching the game, and I'm a Giants fan by the way, but in that matchup, I felt like the Patriots had a better chance of winning the Super Bowl. And when I went back though and watched though, I didn't really feel like it was nothing that they could have done differently.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought McDaniels could have made a few adjustments. I just thought the Seahawks was the better football team, and it was a better team.
And they was, because my son, he was like, man, it's gonna be a good game, but I just think the Seahawks is a better team, and I'm like, okay, he might got a point.
Yeah,
so that's just kind of how I felt. I mean, but it's not like the Patriots were getting destroyed. I mean, they had 5 field goals.
Yeah. The Patriots defense actually played great.
Yeah,
right.
Honestly, and they played great, honestly. But it was the Patriots offense that couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, Drake May, he overrated.
Drake May, I said it.
Man,
y'all heard it from Ryder.
You seen the first segment?
Yeah, I feel like the Patriots and Drake May was over.
Me personally, I shouldn't have never went with the Patriots. Cause I'm a Duke fan. He went to North Carolina. I should have known.
Right. You should have knew better. Yeah,
know better.
For sure. But the Patriots overrated all season to me.
I agree.
Like the Patriots,
when you said that road they took to the Super Bowl, I really was like, wow, he right.
I know. Dang, that's eye-opening.
Broke it down.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you know what? You right.
I like Mike Vrabel. I like their head coach. I think Vrabel a good head coach.
Yeah.
But I think they was overrated. And Drake May got a promising future. Let me be clear. Drake May can play. Like, I'm not saying he can't play. I just think he was a little bit overhyped, and they had the easiest schedule in the NFL since the 1999 St. Louis Rams.
Nah, I agree.
Like,
for you to say that, but I never looked at it like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's definitely.
and I think they would have lost to the Texans had C.J. Stroud just not turned the ball over. Like, he
Right,
just
that was
kept
horrible.
turning the. But May was turning the ball over.
I mean-
You know what I'm saying? And the Broncos, I thought would have definitely beat them if Bo Nix played. If Bo Nix started, I think Bo Nix
If it
and
was
the
that
Broncos
close
beat them.
without Bo Nix.
Absolutely. Real quick before we go, how you feel about y'all bringing in John Harbaugh? Giants. You like the Giants?
Yeah, I think it's a great.
You like that?
Yeah, I actually, I was just showing him. I spoke with the. I just had an introduction with the GM, Joe
Okay.
Schoen. I just.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm a Giants fan. I've been a Giants fan since I was 6 years old. Man.
Okay.
I'm a G man.
Okay, you're a G. Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So,
I used to watch the Giants
I
all the
love
time
it.
when they
I
had
love
Saquon.
it.
Yeah.
And I just think it's new energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Given, I hope my boy come back. Scotty kind of,
Scotty,
healthy.
yeah. Neighbors. They will get Neighbors back too. Neighbors is nice too.
But I'm a
Yeah.
Jackson Dart fan though. You know what
I like
mean?
Dart, too.
I love Dart.
I like
just felt
Dart.
like he came at the right time with the right momentum,
Yeah.
the right mindset.
He got on the slide. He take too many hits sometimes.
Yeah, but that's because you know why he playing. He been with your boy for a couple years.
Yeah.
He was down in that shotgun offense
Yeah.
and doing what he wanted to do. That
Yeah.
Wild Wild West offense
For
with
sure.
Lane Kiffin. So
Yeah.
you know you got to kind of reteach and reprogram him.
Yeah. I think John Harbaugh brings stability for the Giants.
Not for sure.
Brings stability.
Definitely, I love it. It's a great fit.
And it's gonna really help them. They'll be better next year.
But what separated the Ravens, I mean,
No, you good.
But what separated the Ravens was the structure and the organization
Yep.
that they had over the years, and I just think Harbaugh was the main piece of that. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So like, it's over the years, just like, and I had a few friends that actually played for the Ravens. He just said like, for us like the organization as a whole,
Yeah.
and the way he ran it was like second to none.
Really?
So yeah, DeFear Posey.
Okay.
He had played with it.
Yeah.
He was just telling me, man, like I love the way that he ran the he ran the organization, and he was loving it. I don't know if you know Eugene Monroe. He was an offensive lineman down
Sounds
there.
weird.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds weird.
one of my partners that I run the agency with, he actually represented Eugene,
Okay.
and Eugene's a close friend of mine as well. But he just spoke real highly of the organization as well, just the way they ran it. So,
Oh, okay.
Things
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Now, Rodney, you like the Packers, right? You a Packers fan. When did you become a Packers fan? Like,
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. When did you?
I
And I know
see if he was around with Reggie Williams or with Brett Favre. but-
Reggie White. You mean Reggie White?
Yeah, Reggie
Yeah,
White.
I'm a
rest his
Packers
soul.
fan too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm trying to figure out.
And I know your pop's here.
You go
You're a
back.
Broncos fan.
You can
So how did
relate.
you? Yeah, I can relate. Like, I go back. So how did you become a Packers fan? Your pop's a Broncos fan.
Cause I used to like the Giants. I ain't gonna lie. When
Oh,
I was
yeah?
like a young cub, like when I was a young
Really?
cub, I used to love the Giants. But
Yeah, you need to get back on the. Yeah.
they got the momentum. Though I might have to swing dog play. I used to be at my grandma's house and she would always watch the Packers, like always.
Really?
Yeah, my mom always loved the Packers. Yeah, but. And Aaron Rodgers, I was just a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but Jordan Love coming in. I like how the way the team going. So I think they're gonna be contenders, bro. It's just like they was one game away, like they lost to the Bears this year. They was
Yeah. Well, and I said it. If the Packers did not lose Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons, the Packers would have been the Super Bowl.
yeah though.
They would.
No,
have
Micah
been
Parsons is
what you saying,
crazy.
like, okay,
Micah Tucker Kraft was balling.
I'm being honest though. I'm not a Denver fan. My brother and my son, they both like real big diehard Denver
Broncos fans, yeah.
My brother got a Denver Bronco credit card. Like he is obsessed. Like
Hey,
For real.
we got one on you right now.
For real.
the Denver Bronco credit card.
Yes,
Credit card. Serious?
For the Broncos.
Always.
Hey, my brother Guido got one.
Look, wow. He got one on you right now.
Man. But I just think Denver, man, they surprised me a lot this year. I'm not a fan, but I respect.
Facts.
them.
And their defense nice.
Their defense is nice, and I thought Bo Nix played great against the Bills.
Yeah.
I thought he played. Bo Nix outplayed Josh Allen in that game.
He did.
He really did. And so yeah, I definitely like the Broncos defense. And let me be clear, Patriots fans. If Bo Nix plays in the AFC Championship, they beat the Patriots.
100%.
But
it's not even a question.
when it comes to the Packers, though, we're gonna be straight. The Packers will be straight. I think we got a very young team. I think Jordan Love is a good quarterback on the cusp of being great.
Facts.
I love Josh Jacobs. I thought Josh Jacobs kind of wore down last year, though. That's why with running backs, you kind of got to manage them because they be getting so many carries.
Yeah.
But I want to see more Matthew Golden. I thought Matthew
Hey,
Golden got dog. We saw it in the playoff game against the Bears. Like that was
Oh, so y'all got something in common? Is that what
He always open,
man.
He always open.
Always open, for sure. But man, it's like go Pack go. I've been a diehard Packers fan since I was 3. So this ain't. I'm from Cincinnati, born and raised, but I've always been a Packers fan.
You know what's so crazy? You know how we met? Like 11 years ago?
How did we meet? I know we met, but how did we?
So listen, I used to do our Preston Browns youth football camps.
Okay.
And we had the camp at Northwest.
That's right.
Like 11 years ago.
Yep.
And
that's where I went.
Met, and you was first start jumping off the podcast.
Yep.
And you know, we talked, and you know, we always kept in touch, man. And shout out to Preston Brown too, man. I love Preston.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
PB for sure. And playing with him was live too.
At Northwest.
Yeah. I played with him at Northwest. That was live. But I gonna say too about being a fan. I always say too, whenever you a fan of a team that's not in your hometown, it ain't official until you actually go to that city.
So you went to
I've been to Green Bay multiple times.
Okay,
are you for real?
It ain't nothing to do in Green Bay. So I go up there, go to the game.
Cheese
and
curds.
Yeah, they got cheese curds. That's
They
it.
fired?
Ain't nothing to do. They good.
Cheese
They
curds.
fired. And Lambeau Field, I tell anybody, if you a football fan, go to Lambeau. Like, just go to experience it. You like
Sure.
the experience. It's like going to like in the NBA, going to Madison Square Garden,
Right.
or
Yeah.
going in baseball, going to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Some places it's historic.
The monuments,
The monuments, the history.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But I always say that too. If you a real fan, you ain't a real fan until you go to that city to see your team play.
I gotta get right there.
Yeah, for sure. Now let everybody know where they can follow y'all on social media and so forth before we get out of here.
You can follow me on Instagram, Mr. StarPower. You can follow the agency page at StarPower Sports Management, and I don't have a Facebook, but you know.
Ryder hooks, Ryder.hooks on everything.
Oh, also Ryder will be dropping his NIL merch line. Let's Ride with the RYED.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I gotta definitely check that out.
We're gonna get
That's
that
on
out
the way.
there to the people. And,
Yes, sir.
We on the way. We got some nice merchandise for you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Tank.
Thank you.
For coming on.
Appreciate you.
Ryder,
Appreciate it, man.
thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Wise Guy Sports. We'll be right back.